Liaoceratops is a very primitive ceratopsian. It has no horns on its head, unlike the typical ceratopsids. Most ceratopsians had very stout bodies and walked on all fours. It was an exception. It looked somewhat like early herbivorous dinosaurs, such as Tianulong, walking on two hind legs. Its two legs were slender, and it could run very fast. Its tail was used to keep balance, holding up high at the posterior. Its head was small, without many gorgeous ornaments. But unlike other small ornithopods, Liaoceratops already had some ceratopsian features. Its mouth had formed a bird-like beak more developed than some other ornithopods. The jugal horns on both sides of its face began to become elongated. This feature can also be seen in other ceratopsians, such as Psittacosaurus. Very developed jugal horns appeared on both sides of its face. Some Psittacosaurus species, such as Psittacosaurus sinensis, had pretty long jugal horns that could effectively function as a defense. Beside the jugal horns, the back of the head of Liaoceratops began to slowly extend backward with a brim-like structure, which gradually developed into the iconic head frill of ceratopsian. Liaoceratops had 5 fingers on its forelimbs and 4 toes on its hind limbs. It walked on its hind limbs like many carnivorous dinosaurs. 3 toes were used to bear the weight, and the first toe was sometimes lifted off the ground. Although Liaoceratops had no fossilized skin impressions, its close relative, the Psittacosaurus, has found relatively complete skin, which shows that both sides of its body were composed of many delicate scales. It was small, probably as big as a puppy, moving through the jungles. Judged from its size, it should be an animal good at disguise. Camouflaging in the soil or among withered leaves may effectively protect this animal. So, albeit with no evidence to show the color of its body, we have reasons to believe that its overall color should be close to earthy yellow, with some patterns on its body to break its outline, just like many modern animals. Although the head of Liaoceratops did not develop into a full skull frill like that of later ceratopsians, its enlarged supratemporal fenestra was possibly covered with relatively large scales when it was alive. These scales might form bright, eye-catching patterns and play a role in displaying or showing off. Liaoceratops, Psittacosaurus, and even Auroroceratops, this large group of primitive ceratopsians, represent the arrival of a new era. They started another unique morphology of dinosaurs,